These are 5 of the strangest things that I've found that many people with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome all seem to have in common. And I don't really know why exactly. I don't know. Let's talk about it. And as we do so, I'm going to be bleaching my hair. I haven't done this in so long because I'm always in so much pain and I'm too tired. But Tyler and I we're going to Chicago this weekend, right before my pain pump surgery. I know it's kind of a lot, but it's our 6-year anniversary. So we're going to go celebrate in Chicago. I'm really excited. So I actually want to dye my hair. So I want to bleach my roots so I can actually dye it and it'll look nice. So let's do this and talk about it. Let's go. And the box, I threw away the box, but this is the Knight and Wilson bleach dye. And it's supposed to come with gloves in the box kit, and it didn't come with any gloves. And I only had 1 glove, so cool. So we're just doing this. Anyways. Number 1, many of us have some sort of liver disease that is typically first diagnosed as liver steatosis, or also known as fatty liver disease. Typically, for most of us, it is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It can be alcoholic fatty liver disease, of course, but even, I am a recovering, can I even say that word? Schmalcoholic. I might have to get rid of that. Myself, but when they first did my liver ultrasound back in 2017 or something, I was 28 years old or something, or 27, 28. And when they did my liver ultrasound, they found that I had fatty liver disease or some sort of liver disease. I had an enlarged liver. They were they told me it was fatty liver disease, and they were it really shouldn't be, it's probably non-schmalcoholic though, because they're there's no way at 27, 28 years old you could have caused yourself schmalcoholic fatty liver disease this early. That would have been too quick, apparently. I don't know if that's true or not. Who knows, really, But they also told me that there was some sort of autoimmune, hepatic liver disease, that it could have been as well, but the only way to tell is by doing a liver biopsy, and I didn't want to do that. And I've heard that often when you do that liver biopsy, it kind of wakes up that autoimmune liver disease. So I've just never done it, and I don't know. So I've just really never looked into it, and I've just left my liver alone. But I have an enlarged liver, and I've heard that many people, and I know many people with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome have an enlarged liver, have some sort of autoimmune liver condition, or have fatty liver disease. I don't know. It's just weird, but a lot of us do. Number 2, a lot of us have elevated autoimmune markers, positive ANA and PANCA values. That is also very common for us. But then I went to my first rheumatologist, and mine were only borderline, to be honest, so they weren't fully positive. But the rheumatologist, he totally blew me off. They were speckled and borderline, and which would indicate, I think, lupus or something. But the rheumatologist was no, look at your hands, you're clearly just hypermobile. He's you don't have an autoimmune disorder, it's just hypermobility. So I don't know, but I know so many of us that have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome also have elevated autoimmune markers. It's just really common with this condition, and I don't know what it is about it, but a lot of us do. So fun stuff. A lot of us have autoimmune kind of traits. I don't think it's the right word, but characteristics. That's not the right word. Symptoms, I guess, too. Anyways, like I've always had like enlarged lymph nodes, and my doctors have been like, you just have enlarged lymph nodes and that's just how it is. And I don't know, I'm just like left it at that. Just weird, but many of us do. So, and this isn't like coming from anywhere, just from me, purely from observation, just talking to hundreds of thousands of people over a 5-year period, just like talking to so many people and hearing about their experience and figuring out that we all have these things in common that are kind of strange. They don't really like fit our, like, the condition or other things that are normally talked about. They're kind of, I don't know, kind of different. God, I think I'm gonna run out of time now. Number 3, a lot of us react really poorly to mosquitoes. I'm sure that makes sense with the overactive mast cells and all, but mosquitoes really get us. This doesn't even look that bad. But we were at the fireworks the other day, and I got bit by one mosquito, and this was like literally 4 days later that I was still itchy and had this like horrible red rashy mark on my foot, like for days from a mosquito. Mosquitoes just really messed me up. Really messed me up. They messed me up. Number 4 is just like numbness, like my right big toe, it drives me so nuts. I haven't been able to feel my right big toe since 2015. It is numb. It is completely numb, like the outside, like I cannot feel it. It is so annoying because I want to like itch it or something and I can't. It's just like all numb, and we get numbness, and I guess that also makes sense probably from the small fiber neuropathy. And so my neurologist, he told me years ago that he's like, oh yeah, your toe is numb because you probably have small fiber neuropathy, which just makes sense. So I decided like last year to look into it. So first I did some QSAR, like I did a bunch of autonomic testing actually. I did like barometric testing and QSAR testing. I did another tilt table test, all kinds of stuff. And it like all came back abnormal, except the neurologist was like such a jerk and he kept calling me weird. Anyways, my QSAR testing, I didn't sweat at all. There was no sweat produced at all, which would indicate small fiber neuropathy, But then he had me do a skin biopsy, and they only took biopsies from my foot and my ankle, and apparently it came back normal, like no small fiber neuropathy. So who knows? I have a lot of like also now like the top of my left foot is numb, and like a lot of my left toes are numb, and just numbness. Like my fingers are very numb, but I think that has a lot to do with like blood compression, more stuff like compression, vascular compression things, I want to say, like my Raynaud's kind of stuff, like vasoconstriction kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Tried to talk to a vascular specialist, and he was also kind of a jerk. He thought my pictures of my Raynaud's were from the internet. He was like, that's not really your fingers. And I was like, yeah, they are. It's so weird to say. Anyways. I gotta love good doctors out there. Anyway, so. Good appointments, bad appointments. We all have them, so. That's okay. We just keep going on. We just keep going, so. But the numbness. We get the numbness, and it's just weird. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. My 5th thing I was gonna say, it's weird that a lot of us get like daily fevers. I think that's very interesting that a lot of us get like daily. I get low grade fevers. I'm just like 100 degrees, it's not a high fever by any means, but a lot of us get daily fevers, and I think that's kind of strange. I mean, obviously the dysautonomia probably explains it, but it's still kind of weird. It's just weird, and a lot of us get it. All right, this got long. I'm gonna finish bleaching my hair. I love you all. Bye.